It has been 2 weeks since we bought our crappy tripod from Best Buy, which clearly does not work, which we need to go return and get a new one in order to properly record these car convos. However, you've seen today's title, Relatability. Today's car convo is about relatability. I found that while you're on this pathway to growth, to becoming someone new, you will no longer be able to relate with the people and the individuals that you previously thought and once related with. Let me tell you guys a story. This happened just now. Clearly just left work, have the uniform on. I wouldn't put it on for any other reason besides that, because I hate this uniform. But in all seriousness, coworker of mine, 17, my age, has his girlfriend. His girlfriend and him having some issues. They go on a break. In turn, he decides, you know what? Let me go hook up with some chicks, hang around. We're on a break anyway, so it doesn't matter. And he's telling me this story about how him and his ex, or whatever situationship he wants to call it, on break, and he's out with this other girl right now. They're seeing each other, and he's trying to make sure his situationship doesn't find out. All that fun stuff. Long story short, he tells me last Thursday, homegirl, this not the situationship, but instead the new chick he's hooking up with, hits him up, and she's like, "Come over." And he's telling me he was excited because he thought he was gonna get some cheeks. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get some cheeks." Okay, he didn't do that last part. Didn't do that last part. But he was excited because he thought he'd get some cheeks. Anyways, come to find out, he ain't getting no cheeks. And instead, she just wanted to hang out with him. Then he's all disappointed. And while he's telling me this, it's interesting because all I can do is either smile and chuckle it away, ha 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 ha, and just play it cool, or simply not care enough to react. Which made my mind start thinking, while you're on this pathway to growth, to becoming a new individual, the people, the conversations, the topics you once spoke about that previously provided interest no longer sparks an interest anymore. It no longer sparks an interest anymore. Your mind automatically filters out the BS from what is important to what isn't. Whenever I speak to somebody, I have an immediate filter on my mind based off of the first very few words they say. And it filters it into a category whether this is important or this is just absolute BS. Tune out. And I find with a lot of kids my age, I'm not able to relate with how they see things. And even individuals that are not my age, such as my manager, my coworkers, people that are older than me, I'm not able to see eye to eye or even hear ear to ear with what they're speaking of, because I'm growing into somebody that's so different, that's such a different individual that doesn't care for meaningless talk, meaningless conversation, meaningless relationship. And that's what I wanted to get on here and speak about. Because you will go through a time where you will feel alone if you do not have anyone else with you on this journey. You will feel alone. And the reason why you will feel alone isn't primarily because you are alone, but instead you feel that you cannot truly relate with the people you once had within your circle, because you are and or have outgrown them to the point to where there is no relation. I remember back when I was going to school, I seen a Andrew Tate video online. It was funny, but I didn't think anything of it at first. He said, get all your friends, sit down with them, and don't say a single word. Just listen. Listen to the topics at which they talk about. What are they talking about? Football game, girls, the club. Sit down, whatever they're talking about, sit down and listen. And at first, I brushed it off, but then it dawned on me. Because I was curious. What are we really talking about? What content from each other do we digest that affects our perception? And so, I did exactly that. I called everybody, told everyone to meet in the library, and I didn't say a single word. I sat down, and I listened, and I smiled as everybody was talking. And what interested me was that it was true. We weren't doing anything. Sit down, start talking about soccer, start talking about football, start talking about, crushes. Oh, who likes who? Other people dating. And it dawned on me, and it clicked in my mind that the people I'm hanging around are not going toward where I need to go. And so in turn, what did I do? I cut them off. Some may say that's harsh, but I truly believe what's more harsh than that and what hurts more than that is knowing you should have done something and regretting having not done it. That to me is worse than any mediocre friendship you could cut off, right? So, after cutting them off, for 2.5 years, I was alone. It was just me. I had no one there to help pick me back up when I fell down. I had no one motivating me, giving me positive words of affirmation, confidence in my ability. No, it was just me. For 2.5 years, every single day, just me. And sure, don't get me wrong, I had friends I could text and reach out to, and I met people along the way, but every single day, it was just me. It was me in my own mind. It was me pondering my thoughts. It was me reflecting on where I'm going, my goals, the vision, what I truly want to achieve. And the reason why you're not able to go as hard to your goals, as hard as you want to the destination at which you are striving to go toward, is because you have not spent enough time pondering. You have not spent enough time thinking. You have to spend more time reflecting, more time thinking, more time analyzing, and even at a point, more time planning. And now, that planning doesn't substitute for execution. But if you do not have a plan on what you're doing, whatever you're doing for, intention back behind it, you're just like the hamster spinning on the hamster wheel. You have no idea where you're going, thinking you're making progress, when in reality, you're not. Become comfortable, become content with being alone. If you're in a friend group, a circle right now, that which you are outgrowing, and you no longer relate with them, take that bold move. Take it from me. Take that bold move. Leave. You control your life. You do not have to be bound and subject to anyone else's thoughts, opinions, or anything of the sort. You control your destiny. You can do whatever you set your mind to. You can do whatever you set your mind to. But you have to understand that it requires change. It demands change. And if you do not respect that demand, it's as simple as understanding you will not get the change that you are looking for, that you are searching for, and you will remain within the current situation you're in. And if you're comfortable with that, then toodles. Enjoy it. But if you're truly battling yourself daily in order to grow into an individual that is alien to the people around you, understand you will have to change your environment, you will have to change your people, and you will no longer be able to relate to normal people. And I don't say that subjectively, I say that truthfully. They are normal. You are not. That doesn't make me a narcissistic. That doesn't make me crazy. That doesn't make me prideful. It's the truth. You are not normal. And you understand that. So stop fitting yourself into the category and the box that you are normal. Because you set these chains and limitations on what you're able to achieve when you call yourself normal. I tell my friends this all the time. There's very few words we're not allowed to use. Impossible, can't, and normal and or average. Those words they're not allowed within your vocabulary. They are not allowed near me. They're not allowed near me. Unless you're saying, I will do whatever it takes in order to diverge from being normal, you are not allowed to say the word. It's not within our vocabulary, and I do not allow it around me. Because the Bible says it as well. Life and death resides in the power of the tongue. What are you speaking over yourself? Are you speaking over a curse? Are you speaking over a promise? Are you speaking over a blessing? Watch the words you say. Analyze what you say. Take more time to speak. Some of you may see me take long pauses, and I do cut them out of the videos sometimes. But I pause to think. Many people do not, because they find it's awkward, or it causes too much tension. But in reality, that is what you want. And by you doing so, it is so irregular to the average person. It makes them feel weirded out. It makes them question why you speak the way you speak. But it also allows you to convey a message that much more powerfully, because you're able to truly touch the other individual you're speaking to with your words, because you understand the intention behind your words, because you understand what you're saying. When you're speaking fast, you do not understand what you're saying. You do not know what you're saying. You're uttering and muttering words like it's a rap song, trying to convey a message that you think will touch someone, will impact someone. It won't. So watch what you say. Understand that you will not be able to relate with the average man or average woman anymore. And that's what comes with this journey. You will be alone. And if you're around a friend group right now that you do not like, you do not enjoy being around, change your environment. You have every power to change your environment and change your life. But it starts with a mindset shift that you know you can. And then guess what? You start searching for where you can. And I guarantee you, you search, you will find. This journey is not easy, and you will be alone. In the beginning of it, you will, because you would have not grown into the individual that is able to hang around the people you desire to hang around yet. I look at all of these people online and I have a burning desire to hang around these people, to have a connection, a network of these individuals. But guess what? I have not fully developed into that individual that I need to become yet in order to be able to hang around these people. So in turn, I build myself within the silence and continue to grow, placing every single brick, piece by piece, until we're able to zoom out and have a great wall of China. Understanding that every piece we placed was placed with perfection. Luke Belmar said that. I just made it sound like my own. I love you all. Continue striving. And whatever you do, take proper action daily in order to place those bricks piece by piece.